yes.
So hello everyone, my name is Salvies and welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be having a new video. I'm so excited because I love doing these videos, but not just that, I know that I think it will help someone out there, especially hairstylists, makeup artists, new stylists, new makeup artists, and the rest of them. So when it comes to humanity, we all know about one kind of facial shape that is always considered the best facial shape, and unfortunately or fortunately, the country or the world at large has accepted that as the best face shape. I, for one, I would say that I'm so happy that the face shapes we have are just unique in their own ways, and I'm just happy to celebrate those faces and their shapes. I always wanted to stay away from this video because people have done it before, but I was like, you know what, just do this, you know. So I'm finally hitting the spots and now it's time to get into it. Okay, so the best facial shape is called the oval shape, and everyone is like, yeah, you know. So when you don't have it, people are like, your face is not oval, so you don't have the best face shape. Now, as a hairstylist, I will tell you that I'm so happy that we don't all have the same type of facial shape, because then it will be so boring. Wherever you go, oval face, oval face, oval face. Am I right? Some people will tell you we have 6 types of facial shapes. Some people will tell you 7. Some people will tell you 10. Some people will tell you 9. Some people will tell you 8. I would say between 7 and 9 is right to me. Just because when it's like 6, no way. You know, we have combination face. We have mixture of features in your face. So, you know, facial shapes, facial structures. So that's why I am so happy that we don't have one type of face, which is the oval face, and consider the best. Now let's get into it. For the 9 shapes I will consider in this video, 9. 1, we have the diamond, we have the heart, which is the second one, we have the oblong face, we have the round face, we also have the pear shaped face, which is the 5th one, we also have a rectangular face, we have the oval face, we have the squared face, and we have the triangular face. So yeah, we have these 9 shapes and I'll be going into them in detail. A diamond face shape is when someone has a protruded forehead, their cheeks are also on the more pronounced side, and their chin are very pronounced too. It's very rare, you don't see it all the time, and that's what I like about it. And a prime example of someone who has the diamond face shape would be Ryan Reynolds. He has a protruded chin area, he has his jaws more on the narrow side, then he has his cheeks more visible and his forehead area more visible. So that's how you have that shape of a diamond. So he is a prime example of what it's like to have a diamond face shape. And let's be real, not everyone has that shape, so he's unique in his own way, which I really appreciate about him. Now, the next face shape I will consider would be the heart. What I like about the heart face is that for some reason, people with heart face shaped and triangular face shape, they tend to have this pointy chin. But not just that, when it comes to the heart shaped face, I notice that people that have that facial structure, they are very youthful all the time. Like Selena Gomez has the face shape. Reese Witherspoon, she's a prime example. She's in her 40s, her 50s, I'm just kidding. But the older she gets, she still looks amazing. So I call it the queen of hearts, because it's very youthful. They always stay young forever in a way. Sometimes I'm like, that should be called vampire shaped face already, just because of the way they look. Like someone who has that facial shape, their chin is very pronounced, just like a triangle shaped face. But what I also notice is that unlike the diamond shaped face where Ryan Reynolds has his cheeks, his chin, and his forehead on the other side of, you know, more bold features, with the heart shape, they have it in a heart form. You can tell that the chin is pronounced, they look so youthful, so unique. But when it comes to their cheeks, it's more on the rounded side. It's not pronounced, it's not like, oh my god, what just happened? It's more unique around. Then they have on their forehead area is more on a rounded way. It's more pronounced, but not just the middle. So yes, I like that shape of face, just because you can do so much with it. But when you have such face, I'll recommend don't put your hair in a sleek ponytail. No. You need more softness to, you know, counter that effect of bold places that are very edgy on your face. Now let's go to the next one. It will be the oblong shaped face. I noticed that some people have it and some people don't. Of course, the world is what? Unique and diverse. Now, a prime example of an oblong face shape would be Adam Levine. If you notice when you see his face is not short. Some people call it the long face. They're right, it's a long face, but it has a unique feature where most of the features in the face are not protruded or are not so visible. They just have a unique longness to it and more of a roundness to it. And when you've seen Adam Levine, who was the sexiest man alive in one of the previous years, you'll realize that his chin is not sharp, his jawlines are not sharp, and he just has that longness to it. So that he is a prime example of what it's like to have an oblong face. Now, my next one would be number 4, a round face. Now, a round face, I don't mean to be stereotypical, but most people that I've seen that have more of a round face are unique women that are on the plus side, small size, small kids. From experience, I lived in Malaysia, so I know that most of them have round face. Now, a round face, what I like about a round face is that it's round like a ball. Yeah, so the chin, the jawlines, the temples, the foreheads, they are all just in a round form. You don't have, let me say, the forehead this long and then this side is, no, it's just more in a circular form. And what I like about this shape is that when you're doing the haircuts and hairstyle for people who have this type of facial structure, you can do angular patterns, you can do different kinds of bangs that have edginess to them, and it works so well for them because if you do something on a round form, they'll just look like a ball on the face. So you have to put more of softness, more of flowness if it's a female, and it works really well for them. And that's why I like the round face, because it's so cute. I don't know, but to me it is. Prime example of a round shaped face would be Cameron Diaz. If you notice her face, she has a unique feature where she has a nice cheeks, a nice chin, a nice jawline and everything, but they're more on a round form, and that's why sometimes she can pull off a ponytail, like the movie when she was in Charlie's Angels, where she was dancing and having fun. Now let's go to the next one, which is the pear-shaped face. I realized that when someone has a pear-shaped, their jawlines, their chins are more enclosed, they are more balanced. You don't have a sharp chin, it's more boldness. Then their jaws there, this part, will I call it the gills? What I noticed there is that it's very broad, so they have a protruding broader bottom part of their face compared to the top of their face. So a prime example of a pear-shaped face would be Kelly Husband. Oh my gosh, she's a unique example and a prime example of a pear-shaped face. Also, Nick Lachey is a prime example of that kind of face. Sometimes people compare it or mistake it to be a square face. No, in a square face you have angular sharpness at this region of the face. But when it comes to a pear-shaped face, I notice that it's always on the round side. So when you look at those pictures in the video, you also realize that difference when you are done with this video. So the next shaped face I'll talk about will be the rectangular face. Now with the rectangular face, what I like about the rectangular face is that it is long, but it has angular structures when it comes to the edges of the face. You have a stronger jawline, your chin is not that pronounced, and you also have it towards the temple area of your head and your forehead area. And most of the people I've seen that have that are like the Bollywood stars. Some of them do have the rectangular face. A prime example of someone who has that kind of face is Miley Cyrus' father. He has a rectangular face. It's so pronounced and you can see it from the moon. I'm kidding, but you know what I mean. When you see his face, he has this structure, very strong defined jaws here, and also towards his forehead. That's why most of his haircuts you see, he has some flowness to it to soften that effect. So the shag look and stuff like that really works with him because of the structure of his face, and that's kind of cool to me, you know. The next facial structure I'll talk about will be the oval face. Everyone said, oh my god, oval, yeah. I decided to put it because I know that if I don't put it, then it's like my video is not complete, right? Am I right? Good. So now with the oval shaped face, a prime example would be Halle Berry. When you see her face, it's not long, it's not short, it's not square, it's not round. It's just so uniquely shaped in a roundish kind of edged form when it comes to the face. There is no this side is so long and this side is so short, and it's like 1/5 longer in a way. It's just a unique shaped face where there is no protrusion. It's so defined. It's kind of almost symmetrical, but not symmetrical when it comes to the height compared to the width of the face. Some people will say it's a combination of a round and an oblong shaped face. So yeah, if you combine them together, you can get an oval face. I don't know about that, but all I'll say is that the oval shaped face is the most perfect kind of shaped face, because when you take a picture from the left and when you take a picture from the right, you still have a symmetrical feature in your photographs. Now we can now go to the next facial structure, which would be the squared shaped face. A prime example would be Gwen Paltrow. She has a squared face. Now her face is not long, her face is not tiny. Her face is just nicely squared in the sense that her temples have more protrusion to them, like they have more edge to them, and her jawlines also has the same. So with her, I won't recommend her doing like a perfect ponytail, or sometimes she can do that, but depending on the stylist, if they, you know, most of the celebrity stylists know how to make it work for their guests and work for their clients, which is fine. But yeah, Gwen Paltrow is a prime example of a squared face. Her jawlines is now more protruded than the bottom part of her face, so it really works for her very well. And I believe that the square face is one of the most unique kind of facial structures and shape out there. So she's a prime example and she works to me. Finally, I'll talk about the last facial shape. I'm kind of sad because I know I have to end this video, right? Am I right? Good. Yeah, the last but not the least will be the triangular facial shape. Now, the triangle, a prime example will be Ryan Gosling. He has the perfect kind of triangular face. He has his forehead more protruded in a way, and the temples. Then he has this very sharp and defined chin. Some people say he has an inverted triangle. At this point, an inverted triangle, a triangle, I'll put them just in one box, just because I believe that if we keep adding, there'll be so much to this video, right? Am I right? Good. So yeah, he is a perfect example of it. His cheekbones are not protruded, they're just melted into his chin, which is very pronounced. So then his temples and forehead are more on the flatter and more pronounced side. So I would say that he's a prime example of a triangular facial structure. So I hope this helps people out there, because I know people keep telling me, what is my face structure, what is my facial shape on YouTube, on Facebook and all that, and I was like, okay, let me do a video, let me do my research and just get this video out there for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's always a pleasure for me and for you guys, I hope. You know, so if you like this video, please subscribe, share it, like it, share it, like it, play with it. I'm kidding, guys, but I'm just happy to do this video, and I hope it helps someone out there when it comes to the 9 different facial shapes. Mind you, I also want you guys to know that when it comes to these facial shapes, there are also combination faces. I hope this video helps someone out there, and I just want to say, when you have a combination face, what happens is that you have a combination of, let me say, a squared face and a round face or something. I love you guys. It's always a pleasure doing these videos, and from me to you guys,